Hello everyone, this is Rice and this is Quest Canada. With me is Usman from Oxford College here in Nova Scotia.
So today we are in Halifax and we will talk about the programs we are offering in Halifax. So currently we are offering two programs. One of our popular program is Continuing Care Assistant, CCA, and the other program is Early Childhood Education. All of our programs are designed with the consultation of industrial experts.
Okay.
Like in simple words, I would say the program we designed are in-demand program.
Okay.
So for example, if we, like recently we just launched Early Childhood Education program, right? Why we launched this program? Because we find out there is a huge demand here in Halifax. Not only in Halifax, across Canada.
True.
But especially in Atlantic provinces, such programs are in demand. So when I say in demand, so which means this program is part of the Provincial nominee program scheme, and we call International Graduate in Demand stream. And co-op is one of the key element in our program from where it's a stepping stone for our student.
True.
Because eventually they will get a job offer, or because these programs are in demand. So the programs, those programs who are in demand will surely get a offer, job offer or something. One of our popular program, Continuing Care Assistant, CCA. In simple words, you can say a caregiver program, right? So a student can work as a caregiver in Halifax, and in that program, we guaranteed work placement. But with this program, the best part is we are offering a money back guarantee as well. The guarantee I'm talking about is the employment guarantee. Like once you graduate, what you will do?
Yep.
So Oxford International College Halifax is giving you a money back guarantee in writing, like if you does not secure employment after the graduation or during the graduation, I mean during the process of your placement, because placement is the last part of the program.
Okay.
So
Then
college,
you give them back the money.
so they have to meet certain terms and conditions.
Yes.
So there are 7 or 8 terms and conditions. If your student is fulfilling those terms and conditions and still unable to get permanent employment or full-time job, so the college will give them a tuition fee refund. This program is approved by the Nova Scotia Immigration.
Yeah, and that's a key thing, everyone. I'm sorry. The program, the CCA program, was approved by the Nova Scotia Immigration Department. That's the provincial level.
Yeah, and that is why this program is part of the Provincial nominee program, Nova Scotia, plus International Graduate in Demand stream, IGID.
Okay.
And student is also, when student apply for the PNP, that is why this program is very, very popular here in Halifax, and students are getting a job during our work placement. So now let's talk about the graduate employability rate. So far it's 100%, meaning that all of our students are getting a job offer, guaranteed job offer, during their work placement. So work placement is the second last step of the graduation. So once you've done the work placement, you are only 1 week left of your graduation. So after that, you will come again in our campus. You will have a final assessment, and then you will graduate in a week. So meaning that before graduation, if you secure a job from the employer, you have a job offer in hand, and then after a week you will get your graduation letter. So based on those two documents, you will apply PNP.
For PNP. But then, okay, from the time they graduate, and all this time, guys, we are only talking about CCA because ECE is not yet.
Yes, approved.
It's
but
not
we
yet
can
dusted.
We can tap it a little bit later on, but morely because
but the idea will be the same, eh?
Yeah, idea is the same.
Yeah.
But we are not giving any sort of guarantee for ECE.
Okay.
Because we just recently launched. But the Nova Scotia government is planning to open hundreds of daycare until 2026.
Okay.
So, if you want to start ECE now,
Yeah.
so
Get ahead.
you will definitely get a job offer as well.
Okay.
Because there is a huge demand, like there are a lot of daycares. Even government is planning to
Even in
open more than
Brunswick.
9,000 daycares in Canada. That's their plan.
Yeah, New Brunswick is
Yeah.
a mess in terms of daycare.
Exactly. So we will talk about ECE as well, but what we were talking about CCA, like you will get a job offer
Yeah.
before graduation.
Yeah.
Sometimes students get after the graduation as well, but they will surely get a job offer within 30 days of the graduation.
Quite. And this would be most likely from the internships or co-op that they have done
Yeah,
with those companies.
yeah.
Now, my question is, all right, so they receive their study permit, they have their work permit, of course, because they have to do co-op.
Yeah.
The moment that they finish school and they receive their certification, they receive their job offer, but then they have to have a window to prepare documents to apply for the PNP. During that window, say 4 weeks, what would be the legal status? What could be the situation of the students? Because
Yeah.
I'm not sure if the study permit would still be active by that time, or the co-op would, I guess the study permit essentially expires when the co-op expires as well.
Yeah.
It's a two to tango thing.
No, Rice, this is a very wonderful question. I know. So the student needs to, like, this the time management is very important in this, actually.
I know,
in
yeah.
this program, because this is not a year-long program. This is less than a year, right?
Yeah.
And your student will get a visa, because this program is 9 months. So it's my idea that your student will get an extra 2-month visa,
Yeah.
or maybe
3.
full 1-year visa.
Yeah.
It depends.
Yeah. About,
So
yeah.
about this progression, when we have an orientation here, we guide the whole path to our student.
I see.
We encourage students to prepare yourself in advance rather than preparing yourself at the time of graduation. So we guide them. So the moment they graduate, we guide them, you should apply PNP right on the same day or at least the next day. Do not wait for another month.
I see.
Because you have a limited visa and you have to do everything within the validity of this visa.
Yes.
So
So everything is really
Yeah,
created
yes.
in advance.
yeah.
Oh, I see.
So again, as I said earlier, your student is having a job offer in hand.
Yeah.
They are graduate. The moment we issued them a graduate letter or a certificate, they should apply on the same day.
But one caveat there that I see is that according to the International Graduate Stream, the student should have a certification, a license to
Yeah.
practice CCA.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
then they will have to take tests before they can have the license.
Yeah.
How does that part?
Yeah, so this is a certified program, and that is we call a provincial exam. So Nova Scotia province conduct the exam of the CCA, and student pass that exam, and they will issue them a certificate of CCA. So in this way, they will become a certified CCA here in Nova Scotia.
Okay.
So our students start preparation of that certification during the study. So your academic knowledge is finished on your 29th week.
Okay.
So
when does
the moment
test
they
come?
finish,
Yeah.
we send a list to the regulatory body.
Okay.
Like those students are ready for the provincial exam.
Okay.
So they give us a date, and then students sit in the provincial exam.
I see. And how many times can a student take the exam if they failed the first time?
The good thing is the first exam fee is included in the tuition fee. Student don't need to pay anything. We send the list.
This is getting better every minute.
Yeah. So a student will sit in the exam free of cost. And our passing rate for that exam is currently 78%.
Okay.
And the students who failed in the exam, they can have a second attempt, but at that time they have to pay from their own pocket.
Okay. And how many times can they take the exam?
Maximum 3 attempts.
Okay. After 3 attempts, what happens?
They cannot work, they cannot be a certified CCA here.
I see.
And they have to retake the CCA program from the beginning.
But then, before they sit for the licensing test, essentially it's part of the Oxford's curriculum to essentially prepare the students, right?
Our curriculum prepare them. I mean, if students studied all of our 13 modules carefully, they will definitely pass the exam in a first attempt.
Okay, got it. So there you go, guys. Usman just walked us from the beginning of the program to taking your curriculum, to doing your internship, to doing your licensing, and applying for your PNP. And normally, how long does the provincial, let's start with the provincial, how long does it take before the provincial says, okay, we nominate you?
Yeah, so I think we left this discussion in the middle. So the moment they graduate, they will submit an application to Nova Scotia Immigration.
Yeah. The same day.
with the job offer.
Yeah.
With the graduation letter. So now they are sending expression of interest to the Nova Scotia government, like, I have job offer, I'm now CCA graduate, please allow me to stay here in Nova Scotia under PNP.
Yeah.
So that response time comes within 3 to 6 weeks.
Pretty fast, yeah.
Yeah. So that's why we encourage students to apply right away.
Yeah.
So within the validity of your student visa, you will get a response from the immigration.
Okay.
Because we don't have any influence on them. It's up to them. So and we cannot send them email to reply our students quickly, because it's a provincial matter.
True.
So
One question I just needed to interject. If the approval of the province goes beyond 6 weeks, say 7 weeks or up to 8 weeks, to make it worse, 2 months, what happens to the remaining 2 months or 2 weeks that the student is potentially out of?
I think we haven't seen such cases so far.
Okay.
So ideally they respond to them within 3 to 6 weeks.
Actually, the website says 3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks. So I mean, 3 weeks, I think. So even students get a response quickly as well, because immigration also knows this is in demand program and they need people here. Okay. They need people to serve their community, right? So that is why their response time is good. So once they received a response, then your student will apply for the work permit. Now the work permit, first they need the approval.
Yeah.
The moment they receive the approval, they can start working with the employer. They don't need to show the visas at that time even, because they got the approval already. But simultaneously they will apply the work permit application, and the employer will also submit a special form. I think it's NS 200 and Nova Scotia 200 form. So employer will fill up that form and send to the immigration, like, I acknowledge that employee. So, and that employee does not require LMIA. It's LMIA exempted. And even immigration is not looking after the experience in this role as well. If you are a fresh CCA graduate, you don't have any prior experience, it's good for you, and you are getting approval. Now you will apply for the work permit, and students will get a 2 years closed work permit. Okay. So if you sponsor me, I will only work for you. I cannot work anywhere else. Okay. And that is the PNP regulation as well. So you have to stay with the employer until you get the PR. Okay.
So then, expression. Let me just go back a little bit here. So the student essentially does the expression of interest, provincial level, applies for the expression of interest. The government says, okay, we accept you. The moment you have the approval from the province, then the student can essentially already work, even if the work permit is not there yet.
Yeah.
Then while they're working, they apply for a work permit through the province as well.
Yeah.
through the international graduate stream, correct? The moment that they proceed with the application, the entire process from the provincial level to the federal level to complete the PR application normally lasts how long?
Yeah. So the only barrier is when they apply for the expression and they waited for 3 weeks or 4 weeks
Okay.
to the immigration revert back to the student. During that time, they cannot work, right? That's the only gray area for them.
Okay.
They have to wait for the approval. The day they got the approval, they can start working the next day,
Yeah.
and then submit the application. So regarding the Fed, because there are two levels involved here. One is PNP, that is provincial level,
Yeah.
and PR is the federal level.
True. Yeah.
So we encourage students to apply PR application to IRCC within the period of 6 months. The moment they receive their work permit, so apply the PR within 6 months. A lot of our students got PR. I'm talking about those who studied START, I think 4 years ago. They got PR few months ago or maybe last year something.
Okay.
But a lot of students succeed in this role.
Nice.
And this program is, to be honest, beneficial for a single person. The PNP route is good for a single person or at least a couple.